Hello lovely people, and welcome to today's video. I'm going to be reviewing some of the TV shows that I watched during January, February and March of this year. So let's kick it off with January. Indeed, Elsa, let's kick it off with January. So starting off the year, I watched Squid Games season 2, which I gave a 4 out of 5 star. Of course, we're following hundreds of cash-strapped contestants who accept an invitation to compete in children's games, or rather sinister children's games, for a tempting prize, but the stakes are deadly. This had my tummy in knots. The way it ended was not expected, however it was very kind of formulaic, following the same recipe for season 1, which was only highlighted by our main character trying to talk everyone through the games at the start. So it kind of felt a little bit fillery, but there were some staple characters, like new characters, and generally the plot did develop nicely. Next up, Legion season 3. The final season of this TV series, which is kind of like part of the X-Men universe. I gave it a 1 star, just to give you a brief idea about the whole world of this series. Season 1 in particular follows the premise of David Haller, who is a paranoid schizophrenic. He's admitted to a psychiatric facility. Later, an inexplicable encounter with a fellow patient, Sid Barrett, makes him realise that he may not be ill after all. This last season took me about 2 to 3 years for me to finish. I wasn't a fan. I didn't know what was going on, and that just left me confused and a little bit irritated, to be honest. Following up from that, I watched Playing Nice, which recently aired on ITV. I gave this one a 5 out of 5 stars, and what a heart-wrenching show this was. I was absolutely hooked, and despite it only being 4 episodes long, it was packed full of drama, suspense and action in healthy doses. It's the storytelling of children being swapped at birth and the impact of this fact becoming known to their families 3 years later on. It was so intense, really made me think about a scenario I hadn't previously given much thought to, in all honesty. It was so emotionally driven, and the characters were so complex and believable. It was a fantastic short series. Moving on to February now, the bulk of this month I did watch a lot of animated TV shows. I already filmed a review where I talked about the 3 animated TV shows I watched during that time, but just to quickly highlight at least the titles of those shows, it was Twilight of the Gods on Netflix, Chainsaw Man also on Netflix, or I think it's also on Crunchyroll, and Invincible, which is Amazon Prime. So yeah, season 1 for both the first 2 shows that I just mentioned, and season 2 in particular for Invincible. So if you want to know any more about my thoughts on those 3 shows, definitely check out the video that I've already got up on the channel. After that, I watched a live action of an anime, and that was One Piece season 1, which I gave a 5 out of 5 stars. And honestly, I don't really know why it took me so long to watch this season fully, but I thought it was great. All the exaggerated aspects the anime would have had was so well mimicked in the live action. Like, it was definitely cringe and over the top, but I think it was done in the best way possible. I fell in love with all the characters, especially Luffy, Naomi and Zoro. It had such a beautiful show of friendship and found family, and I loved how they all had their own backstory episodes to kind of get more of a look at their own lives outside of being part of the pirate crew. Cody was another favourite, absolutely adore him and must protect him at all costs. He was adorable. This was such a great first introduction to One Piece for me. I haven't actually read the manga, I haven't watched the anime, but I really enjoyed, like, for my first involvement into this franchise, I thought this was really well done. I really enjoyed it. And of course, we're finishing off with March. I only watched one thing during this time, and that was the American Murder Gabbie Petito documentary that aired on Netflix. I was following this case as it was happening, but this documentary made it even more hard-hitting. It was really helpful to have a better collection of the facts kind of put together that really pieced this devastating murder together. I don't really have a star rating for this one. I think it's a bit difficult to rate like something that's really happened and is delivered in a way like this, but yeah, I thought it was very well like crafted documentary with information like easily accessible. But that is my rapid roundup of the TV shows that I watched in the first quarter of 2025. Let me know what you've been watching, what you've been enjoying. Have you got any new hobbies of late? I would love to know. Thank you so much for watching. I shall catch you in another video soon. Bye.